As early as 8 a.m., over 200 members of the World Union of Catholic Women's Organizations from 14 member countries, including Mali, Nigeria, Eswatini, Kenya, Tanzania, Cameroon, among others, set off for the Namugongo Catholic Martyrs Shrine. The pilgrims had spent the night at Imperial Resort Beach in Entebbe, following their arrival in Uganda for the first ever Region African Conference of World Union of Catholic Women's Organization to be hosted in the country, a historic milestone since the organization's establishment decades ago. These were joined by hundreds of their Ugandan counterparts from all the 19 Catholic dioceses across the country, who expressed excitement and pride in hosting such a remarkable and groundbreaking conference organized by the Uganda Episcopal Conference through the Uganda Catholic Women Apostolate. This milestone not only marked a significant moment in the organization's history, but also signified a major step forward in advancing women's empowerment within the church and society.
It is just too good for us. Some of us who are going to die without ever knowing that there is a world president for the Catholic women.
The conference aims, among other objectives, to evaluate the progress of women's involvement in evangelization and integral development. However, according to the organization's national coordinator in Uganda, Florence Kevin Kwesgabo, efforts towards achieving these goals have consistently been hindered by limited resources. She highlighted that lack of a permanent headquarters in Uganda is a key challenge affecting the organization's operations and growth.
We have taken so long to reach this stage because we don't involve men in what we do. We want, especially in these things of planning and executing duties. So WUCWO promotes that. And those are the things I want us in our team to adopt. Above all, in our mobilization, all of these things you see here, what you see here is by voluntary performance. Voluntary. Each one of us volunteers to serve. There is no one who is paid. But now, where we have reached, we want our headquarters. That is our prayer, Your Excellency. We want offices where women have different offices to handle our affairs.
The World Union of Catholic Women's Organization leadership, represented by the regional president, Melissa Teng of Tanzania, and President General Monica Santamarina, reaffirmed their dedication to advocating for a just and peaceful society. They stressed the importance of promoting equal dignity and inclusive development for all, including women, while rejecting primitive practices such as domestic violence.
I also love to thank the Episcopal Conference in Uganda for allowing us women to participate fully in our vocation as baptized Christians. We thank you for your prayers and guidance.
And this is why this regional conference is so important. The themes you have chosen: women custodians of Mother Earth, nurturing parenting, the path to happiness and holiness, and eliminating violence and discrimination against women in Africa, are fundamental and fully comply with the resolutions for these 4 years periods. These themes are not abstract goals. They are living calls to action that must fill us with hopeful determination. I give thanks to our Lord because I see these priorities embodied very powerfully in African women.
Speaking on behalf of the Uganda Episcopal Conference, the main organizers of the 4-day gathering, Monsignor John Baptist Kauta, expressed deep gratitude to the Uganda Catholic Women's Apostolate for their steadfast commitment to building a society rooted in social justice for women. He further pledged the bishop's continued support in helping the organization achieve its mission and goals.
On behalf of everybody at the Catholic Secretariat, we want to bless you women and encourage you to continue to do the good things that the Lord is enabling you to do and making a new Uganda for which you are most grateful.
Referring to this year's conference theme, Women Custodians of Mother Earth, the Archbishop of Kampala, His Grace Paul Ssemogerere, who was the main celebrant, called on the public to embrace the teachings of the late pontiff on caring for creation. The Most Reverend also condemned the practices that distort the vital role of women as custodians of Mother Earth.
1 or 2 weeks ago, in the media, it appeared that there's a big vice in the country today where people of greed take advantage of the young girls, mostly girls in high institutes, who become pregnant and fear that carrying a baby will distort their studies. And they abuse them by cruelly and crudely engaging them in acts of abortion. And they leave these poor ladies totally injured and hurt, some of them permanently, physically, socially, and psychologically. These are vices. Abortion in Uganda is illegal.
Representing the President of Uganda, Vice President Her Excellency Grace Paul Ssemogerere emphasized that the most effective solution to such vices lies in educating the girl child. She argued that education is key to transforming mindsets, which will awaken women to recognize and assert their rights and constitutional entitlements.
The NRM believes in the potential of all people to make a positive contribution to the socio-economic transformation of our country. The introduction of free education policies like UPE, USE, etc. has fundamentally transformed the status of women in our society. It is a mother's level of education and access to information which will decide whether or not she will go for a tetanus vaccination during pregnancy, whether a trained person will be present at birth. Education and skilling of the girl child is an effective method of empowering not only women but the entire society.
In the same spirit, he encouraged women not to have in their responsibility and challenged men to support and collaborate with them in fulfilling this essential mission.
The survival and good health of a family depends much on women. This applies equally to the wider family because, as the theme of this conference says, women are custodians of Mother Earth. So I encourage all the women present here today and those following through the media to be good custodians of this earth and lead many to happiness and holiness.
Joseph Kabale, UCTV News.